show in the country, the AM Club right here on MS24 TV, home of fan, fearless, and factual stuff. Let me remind you that we are broadcasting live from our Silicon Square studios here in East Lagos, on the Boundary Road, I must say specifically, you're on the Boundary Road. How was your weekend, Udo?
How was my weekend? Do you know what? My weekend was very chill. Actually, I really did. Hey, I say chill and it actually wasn't chill when I remember it, no. Yes, Saturday was really packed. I did a lot of things, did a lot of errands, I did a lot of eating and partying. But then it finished early, so I went to sleep very early. And then yesterday I had a long day making juice. Yeah.
Did you bring me some?
I didn't, but I can bring you some because there's juice in abundance, guys. There's juice in abundance. It was Father's Day yesterday.
Oh, yeah, of course it was. Okay, guys, let's tell you how the show is going to go if you're joining us for the first time, and if you've been watching us all as well. The Coffee Daily is our first segment, you know this, where we are recapping the top trending stories in the world in the last 24 hours. A lot has been happening. Bridge and Cape Coast collapsing. A lot happening, honestly. Sadio Mane being sold to Bayern Munich finally. A lot has been happening, so we'll tell you all about it.
Yes, and of course we have Lifestyle Daily, where we're actually going to be talking to you guys about how to achieve stability, financial stability. Now, of course, if you are a driver, you have seen the petrol prices went up again. I think they're only going to keep going up and up and up from now. So how are we going to maintain financial stability in this economic season that we are in?
Indeed.
Yes, so that's an important conversation. And not just about petrol. Prices of food in the market, prices in food in restaurants, everything is going up. So you need to make sure you stay tuned because we're going to give you some factual and informative information on that topic.
And on Motivation Monday, which is the segment that follows Lifestyle Daily, we will be having a conversation with Joseph Pabi. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Bread Faculty. You know how we like to do it on Mondays. We like to bring you the stories of people who are doing amazingly well for themselves and the community. So Joseph will be sharing his life journey and story with us. You don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah, and right after that, we're going to end on a high, as it is obviously, you know, Gospel Monday. And we have the one and only PSA Esther, who's going to be performing for us live on The Plug. You cannot start your week without God. And so, of course, we're going to start and end our show with an amazing gospel segment, which you cannot miss.
It's the way you say it for me. I love it.
Really?
Is the Anglicized, it's not Anglicizing, it's the accent for me.
In what did I just say?
No, say it again, her name.
PSA Esther.
It's so cool. Well, that's it really. Oh,
Anglo-Saxon, you know, wow.
Yeah. You know, it's World Humanitarian Day, Humanitarian or Refugees Day today.
Okay.
So yeah, we're wishing all refugees in the world, you know, a happy Refugees Day.
Happy Refugees Day.
I don't know if I should, you know, if it's something, I don't know how you wish them,
well,
you know, but I mean, we're taking...
You're safe.
The world is celebrating refugees, you know. It's, of course, their circumstances are not, you know, conducive, or it's not something they wish for. But at least awareness are being raised on, you know, their circumstances all over the world. We know what's happening with Rwanda and the UK. So yeah, I guess all the best. Basically, that's what we're saying.
Well, remember, guys, you are an important part of the show. The show is never ever complete. This is 1/3. 1/3, you're the other third. So we need you to complete the show. Get interactive on all of our social media platforms, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, MX24GH. But of course, the favorite WhatsApp line, where we want to hear your voice notes, your messages, your text, your opinion on what is going on every single segment. Your voice is important. So the number is 055 033 1511.
Aren't you used to this number? 055-033-1511 is the number to send your WhatsApp messages. So speaking of WhatsApp messages, it's now time for my daily dose of Vim. Give it to us. Those messages, those inspiring moments, those you know, quotes that you love so much that keeps you going and keeps you motivated. We'd like to hear it from you on our WhatsApp number 055-033-1511. But if you want to do it on our socials, it's MX24GH on all social media platforms. We're also streaming live on YouTube, let me remind you.
Yes, indeed. Make sure you hashtag the AM Club as well if you're going to tweet us. But remember, right now, guys, as you send in your daily dose of Vim. As I can hear, my tablet is going. I am going to. Well, we are going to actually start off with a Father's Day song. This one is by Abochi. So let's go, and I'll see you after this.
Them say we don't know how to marry, we just they worry. Daddies, them say all we do is to run away from the babies. Daddies, every day we do this and that. Them say we no be responsible, no be everybody they like that. It just be funny cause if man no day, if puppy no day, then waiting we get. If man no day, if man no day, how we go exist? Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to every man where they fight for their responsibility. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to every man where they do everything for the family. Yeah. Who say man no day? So who say man no day? See, if man no day, if puppy no day, then wait till we get. If man no day, if man no day, me day you no go day. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to every man where they fight for their responsibility. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to every man where they do everything for the family. Yeah. To be a man, eh? Now, wow. Yen papa no more way you my ding. And the share so put food on the table, paying the bills and all that. I mean, sure. One week and some when you're not refugee.
And welcome back. Yes, it is the AM Club on MX24. If you're just tuning in, hello and welcome. Yes, you are watching us live from the Silicon Square in East Legon. My name is Ms. Drew, and we are about to get into our daily dose of Vim. Now, this is a segment where you send in that motivational quote, Bible verse, song, whatever, that is giving you Vim this morning. It's Monday. If you want to start our week the right way with some motivation, and I always say, whatever it is that is motivating you is important to share because it might help motivate or encourage somebody else that is watching that might be going through the same situation. So, I mean, the line's been popping. I see our regulars already, Priscilla, all of them. So let's just get into it. Starting off with, hello guys, my DDOV is if someone is performing well, then you don't compete with the person. You just learn from them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Learning from those who are doing better than you. Then we have another one that says, good morning guys, I'm loving the show. Father's Day, thank you for making our celebration wonderful, especially using Kwesi Logic's Father's Day song. That might be that motivational song, so may God bless you. Okay, we have the AM Club. Good morning. My DDOV this morning is, if you want to be rich, then you have to stop being broke because hard work pays off. I'm Ismail watching you live from Lome. Hey, hello Ismail. I was in your city, about to put the videos out on YouTube, so make sure you check it out. Good morning. Trust you had a great weekend. You guys are looking great. Godwin, I love your haircut. My DDOV is for today is actually my favorite scripture from Matthew 19:26 that says, but Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. Again, all the things are possible with God. So have a great week. Thank you, Naafi from Tadi. Now we also have good morning, Ms. Drew. My DDOV for today is beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negativity. That's Priscilla watching from Teshuman. And you know, I always say positivity breeds happiness. It's important to look at the positive side in every situation. We have good morning. Today is my birthday. I need your wishes, but you didn't give your you didn't give your name. You didn't give your name, but happy birthday to you that is watching. Good morning. My DDOV for today is it's not the fight that's on the horizon that defines you, but the fight inside you. Yes, that's Olame from Congo Zongo. And I was thinking this morning, you know, if you guys remember Lion King, and you remember there's a scene where Simba is looking in the water and he sees this big lion. It's important for us to release the inner greatness that is inside of us. That's my DDOV for you guys today. Release the inner greatness inside every single one of us. Is somebody big that God has already destined us to be, and it's important to release that big thing. Queen, king, lion, lioness. Release it and release your inner greatness. Gonna do a couple more. Hello, this is Cultured. Hey, Cultured. His motivational quote for today is, people will always throw stones in your successful path. Now it depends on you what you make of it, a wall or a bridge. Remember, you are the architect of your life. Yes, you decide how it's going to begin and how it's going to end. The power is in your hands. Yao Optima from Tema. My DDOV for today is, Daddy said it's possible, and that's enough for me to succeed. I love that. That's a beautiful one. I want to end on that one, actually, guys, especially because it's Father's Day. And there's quite a few of you, but I'm going to keep moving, unless we have time. Let me do one more. I see a Bible verse. We see Matthew 6:19. Do not store up yourself treasures on the earth. There are moths and vermin that destroy, and where thieves break and steal. Matthew 6:20. But store up for yourself treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves cannot break and steal. That's Adoma from Cape Coast. Thank you so much. Oh, and someone said these daily dose of Vims are really giving me motivation this morning. Oh, someone said their success doesn't mean you're a failure, but you are also eligible for success. You guys are really coming in this morning. I'm going to move on and remind you about the problem of human trafficking that is happening both within and around our borders right now. And, you know, we're constantly asking you to just picture yourself, you know, take some time to picture yourself maybe as a child that you know, or a child that you love, your little cousin, niece or nephew, and they've been taken away from you to work on the Volta Lake for 8 hours. And then you picture yourself or your sister or brother or mother that has actually been deceived to pay money to any of these, you know, Gulf countries to find out that your sister or whoever, that their passport has been taken away from them and they're actually working for over 15 hours a day, being physically and sexually abused. Now, they have nowhere to run to, and unfortunately, this is the devastating reality that we are experiencing from human trafficking within our borders today. So we are urgently requesting that you guys come together, that you donate or you give money to building a minimum of 10 shelters for male and female survivors within the next 2 years. Let's be each other's keeper by reporting any suspected cases of human trafficking to the nearest police station. We can use our voices, resources, influence, anything that we can to protect our children, our brothers, sisters, cousins, family members from these disgusting human traffickers. Together, guys, we can end human trafficking within and across our borders, and we shall not, will not, cannot stop until we are all free. It's time for us to move into Coffee Daily, where we find out the news that has been trending all over the weekend since you last saw us on Friday. But before we go into that, I mean, Godwin, it was Father's Day yesterday. How did you spend your Father's Day?
So I promised my dad I'll come see him. I'll go see him. I didn't realize it was going to be on Father's Day because I've been away from home, apparently, and I feel bad about this. Apparently,
you've been away from home. You've been running away.
No, I mean, I've not gone to visit them.
For a while.
And apparently I haven't been there this year.
What?
So they say. I'm like, it's a lie. Come
Hey,
on. I
Godwin.
cannot go 6 months without seeing you guys. Come on. Anyways, then you realize that I actually was there in February. So, anyway,
Okay,
but it's
so
still
5
been
months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So I promised I'll go see him, and it happened to be Father's Day.
Oh.
It was interesting. This stuck a pile of fufu on me. I have to eat fufu by force.
You had to eat it or you pounded it?
Pound it. I'll stop pounding fufu, please. I'm good.
Sorry.
I'm going past pounding fufu.
Sorry.
Anyways, when I got there, it was ready. So I mean,
So you enjoyed?
So I had a nice eating session with my dad. We talked a bit, and then.
Oh, that's good. That's really nice.
And then I had next year by this time, when you're wishing for Happy Father's Day, I'll
You'll
be wishing
be married.
you too.
Hey,
No, you'll be wishing me
you
too.
already also be wishing for.
Do you get it?
Yes,
so
I do.
while I'm wishing
You'll
him
be a
Happy
dad.
Father's Day, he'll be wishing me too. That's what he's saying.
Exactly. You'll be a dad. That's fine. Happy
Amen.
potential fathers. Happy
Thank you
Father's
very
Day in
much.
advance to potential
Thank you very much.
fathers.
How did you spend yours?
Father's Day is a very interesting day for me because
know.
my daddy is actually in heaven. So I wasn't sad. It was sad. I was reflecting on beautiful memories of my dad. I treated my uncle, though, to go to the Father's Day event. So he seemed to have a good time. I was on my way then I had to turn back, so I didn't get to go. But I ended up making juice and spending time with my grandma.
What do you remember most about your dad?
My favorite thing about my dad, that was my best friend. Like, there's too many memories. He was the biggest supporter. But because of my dad, you guys have Miss Drew, to be fair.
Fathers.
He actually helped me with the name.
See us, see how important we are.
Yes.
So-
But you need a father and a mother to create a
So on
Godwin.
behalf of the entire team here at MS24, even though it was yesterday, we're still wishing all fathers a happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Wishing every single person, from our boss Gizzo to, Antoine, the entire team here, happy Father's Day.
All right. It seems like there's some Father's Day tweets. Father's Day was
Yes,
trending.
absolutely. So at Charlene Owu says, happy Father's Day to all the moms. Hey,
They say this every day. Oh, guys.
To all the moms who double as daddies, we love and appreciate you twice as much. God bless you. I actually sent a similar message to a friend yesterday. Davido himself says, sold out Boston on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all stand-up fathers worldwide. Boston was a movie. Congratulations to Davido on that. Moving on. Atefio herself says, it's always quiet on Father's Day. Sad. If you tell us. Mrs. Precious from Pong, that's Fala McCaffrey, says, best daddy with 2 heart emojis. We love you at AMG Medical. Swag.
Hey.
And then at Beverly__Brom says, a rare occasion to celebrate all men. You guys are appreciated, with a heart emoji. At I am Becky 23 says, I appreciate every man who has played a fatherly role in my life. May God bless y'all and keep you safe. 3 heart emojis with a thank you emoji. Happy #Father's Day. At Mimi the Violent Captain says, happy Father's Day to my reliable ATM, my daily hype man and sugar daddy.
Hey.
Yeah, baby loves you so much, Daddy Bruce. God bless you for raising a queen. I miss you. Oh. Beautiful. At Moni Harrison also says, so all these girls have fathers and they have been billing young boys like that. I'm not seeing the image like. At my fave bench says, to all fathers, dads, pops, wherever you may be, happy Father's Day. 2 heart emojis. Beautiful picture. She adds, hey, Kwesi Ma, my good friend. That's one of my favorite people. At happy Father's Day to all you great dads out there, to the father figures and role models, many more blessings to you. Continue teaching, inspiring, and motivating us. To the potential ones, keep striving. You can make it. And that's how it ended. But I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, there was a lady, she has 4 kids. And I was telling her that father actually means, the original meaning of father is source.
Yes.
It's really source and sort of provider. Source, provider, protector. So it's not really about being a man. It's about being a source,
provider.
Being a provider and protector. So you have many moms, like they say, who are source, who are, doing the work by themselves, especially those who are doing both daddy and mommy.
It's not easy.
Playing mommy and daddy.
It's not easy
roles.
at all.
Happy Father's Day. It's beautiful.
Oh.
But let's tell you what's happening in the country, shall we?
Yes.
And I start off with the Minister for Food and Agriculture, that's Dr. Owusu Yakoto, who has reiterated that there is no food shortage in Ghana. Addressing staff of the ministry and farmers in the eastern region, the minister emphasized that the speculations of food shortage in Ghana are false and all regions have enough. He noted that the increase in prices of food commodities are not because of the government policies, but external factors such as the increment of imported chemicals and other external factors. The Agri Minister added that the government is instituting measures to cut down the production cost of farmers to mitigate the effect on consumers. My question is, 6 years into the administration, we are
yeah. Honestly,
we start getting passionate about things like this.
Really?
Because one of the reasons we voted for this government was the policy they said they were going to introduce, planting for food and jobs. We're super excited. Everybody said, this is a good policy. We are in a great country, and we're going to. And
there's
6
so many
years
things we can get
into
from
it,
our own.
you now have to dispel rumors that there's no food shortage. 6 years, 2 years almost. In 2 years, they're done. And we're hearing this now. It's for a young person, I don't have any hope. Like, you know,
honestly,
on a Monday, I'm not a doom's prophet, but I don't have any hope. I don't believe what leaders say.
Yeah, because it's just not going to end well. So, moving on, the management of Ghana Airports Company Limited has confirmed that a middle-aged male passenger who arrived from the United States of America died in Ghana. According to a statement from the Ghana Airports Company Limited, the passenger had complained of difficulty in breathing. In line with protocols, the company said it notified the Airport District Police Station and has commenced an investigation into the incident. And you have a statement that...
Yep, the Ghana Airports Company Limited released a statement, and we shall read it now to you. Incident involving passenger at Kotoka International Airport, and it reads: Management of Ghana Airports Company Limited confirms that on Friday, June 17, 2022, a middle-aged male passenger arrived on board United Airlines at Kotoka International Airport from Dulles International Airport, Washington, at approximately 10:20 a.m. in the company of a relative. The passenger was reported to have complained of tiredness and had difficulty in breathing. He was subsequently offered a wheelchair by the ground handler. The passenger became unconscious at the arrival hall and received medical attention, but was unresponsive. He was conveyed to the airport clinic for further attention, and he subsequently passed on. In line with protocols, the airport's district police station was immediately informed. Ghana Airports Company Limited has commenced an investigation into the incident. Management extends its deepest condolences to the bereaved family. Signed, management, June 18, 2022, and so do we over here at MS24 TV.
That was very
rather sad story, and may his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
Let's see what comes out of the investigation.
Yes, very, very sad story. Now to some unemployment statistics. Chief Accountant in the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Andrew Amekson, has indicated that Ghana's youth employment figure stands at 1.14 million. In a public engagement on the Youth Start program, the Chief Accountant noted that overall youth population in Ghana with an age range from 15 to 35 was 11.7 million. And the youth unemployment rate was 19.7%, estimated to be, this number, let's see if you guys can pronounce it, 1,140,000, 1,140,009. The unemployed females were 22.3%, estimated to be 605,451, and the employed males were 17%, which is estimated to be 554,558. And the number of workers who lost their jobs and were seeking work were estimated to be 187,763 individuals. As he disclosed that 50% of the Ghanaian youth, estimated to be 5,800,702, the numbers is too much, guys, and were classified as underemployed, that is working below one capacity, which is...
government, I will be very worried about these
Yes.
numbers. If I am any government, I will be terribly worried about these numbers. This is scary.
Very.
Very scary.
And
Young people, over 5 million. What? Well, you know what?
No,
There's a little
literally-
light. There's a little light at the end of the tunnel, because one of the reasons why the e-levy was implemented is because government claims that money is going to be used to create jobs.
Create jobs.
Mainly.
But
mainly
we've been saying they're
jobs
going to
for
create jobs
the
for a
youth.
while. And the problem is when we do not create these things, you know, soon, with the cost of living, this is going to cause people to just do negative things to find ways and means to
That's the
provide
source
for
of crime.
themselves.
That's the main source of crime.
Yes.
Because people will do anything just to survive.
Right now, and they have
know?
to. Not some people, they don't even want to, but because they have to find food to eat, they just end up feeling that they have
I
to
do
steal.
not understand. Listen, I learned this back on campus some time ago, that really, it's not government's responsibility to create jobs. You know, you create the right environment for private sector to create jobs for young people. So make the economy such that, you know, people will find it easy doing business. Even young people do business and employ people. You focus on building the economy and let the private sector and entrepreneurs do the creation of jobs. Government can never create jobs. We've been saying this, creating jobs. We are not creating jobs for these young people.
No.
We are not. Why are we doing the same things and expecting a different result? Like,
It's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking.
Lord,
It
have
is heartbreaking.
mercy. Anyways, let me
Moving
move
on to some
sport.
international
Sorry.
news. Some international news. Gustavo Petro, a former rebel fighter who has promised profound social and economic change, has won Colombia's presidency. Now, he won 50.4% of the vote, while his rival, Rodolfo Hernandez, had 47.3%. Very close. Now, Petro's win in Sunday's presidential runoff election will make him the country's first left-wing president. I mean, I don't know if that's a thing, you know. Is it using your left hand or...
No, left wing.
Yeah.
It's more like it's ideology. So it's more like the liberals,
Ah.
like Democrats in the United States, and now conservatives.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Now, Colombia, the third largest nation in Latin America, now becomes the latest country to shift left, given that the country is historically one of the most conservative. In another historic achievement, Petro's running mate Francia Marquez, a single mother and former housekeeper, will be the country's first Afro-Colombian female vice president. So this is interesting. Maybe there is some kind of change, and she's wearing kente.
I'm loving the kente going on. I'm
in
just,
Colombia.
I mean, Colombians are like, I feel like they're like more, there are lots of black people there, right?
Well, not really, actually.
Really?
But
Oh,
it
it's
depends.
Cuba I'm thinking
Yeah,
about,
you think
not
of
Colombia.
Cuba.
It's
Colombia is
Cuba.
more like Spanish, Latin, like quinceañero, you know, mamacita. So this is actually amazing. I love this.
Very beautiful woman.
Very beautiful. Single mother and housekeeper. I don't know why they had to light on that, but it shows you that whatever your background, God can take you from the prison to the palace overnight.
Preach, mommy, preach. Tell us. Anyways, congratulations to both of them. And moving on to some sports stories. Ghana's Benjamin Azamati Exciting won the men's 100-meter event at the 2022 Wonder Diamond League in Paris on Saturday evening. Benjamin, who finished fourth in the Oslo Diamond League meeting, ran a time of 10.25 seconds to beat all 7 contenders at the start, Chad Letty, despite difficult conditions. His compatriot Sean Safuintri, however, finished 6th with a time of 10.45 seconds. It is certainly a double joy for Azamati, who has been signed by ASICS for the next 2.5 years.
Love it.
Staying here at home, in the final round of matches played over the weekend in the Ghana Premier League, Accra Lions beat Asante Kotoko 1-0. Elmina Sharks drew with Great Olympics 2-2. Accra Lions drew with Asante Kotoko 1-1. Elmina Sharks drew also with Great Olympics 2-2. House of Folk 1, RTU 4. Dreams FC 2, Mediama SC 0. Bibiani Gold Stars 2, Ashanti Gold SC 2. But of course, Kotoko has already been crowned champions of the Ghana Premier League this season. Now, Ghana target Eddie Nketiah has signed a new long-term contract with Arsenal. The 23-year-old, whose contract was due to expire at the end of the month, has made 92 first team appearances and scored 23 goals since his first team debut in 2017.
The most important thing for me is believing in yourself. If you believe in your dream, you can go out there and work hard enough to make it come true.
What an impact from Nketiah, his first touch! Oh, what a header! He's done it again!
I'm a childhood fan of the club, so for the fans to get behind me like that, it's a dream come true. You have to believe that it's achievable. No matter what anyone says or if they put you down or if you go through troubles, just know that you can do it. That's the secret behind it, put in the work, go out there and make it come true.
Oh, that is a sensational Arsenal goal.
Eddie Nketiah reacting brilliantly. Oh, Nketiah again!
Come in.
Here we go. That's new one?
Very nice.
And what about this?
Very beautiful.
Right?
That's it.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank you so much.
That's for you.
Oh man, what a beautiful sight to behold.
I love this.
Beautiful sight,
And
young
I
Ghanaian
can
boy.
feel the genuine happiness, yes. And this is probably his dream come true, you know.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
His
It's
dream
good to see
come
Ghanaian
true.
players, you know.
I love
making-
it when I see, you know, young football players. Like the other one that used to play for England begins with a Sasso or Sopo, whatever.
Who?
But right now they're getting money from this young age. They're basically millionaires. Soon we'll see them with tattoos, I'm sure.
That's the mosquito spray.
Stop it.
I'm messing with you. But Nketiah has been handed the number 14 jersey, which was worn by Arsenal legend Thierry Henry between 1999 and 2007, with the Frenchman scoring 228 goals for the Gunners in 2 separate spells. I mean, Henry was like
Wow.
the all-time Arsenal big man.
Yeah, he was. Thierry. But tell me something, I know it's not new, but around numbers, I thought you get to put whatever number on your back.
No? Wow.
I thought
like you get
just
to choose the number
my
you want to
favorite
play?
number is 2, so I want to have 2 on my back.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh,
Nigel.
really? What? How does it work?
The team decides to give you the jersey. I mean, management decides to. I
Hey.
mean, if you're a winger, you're told maybe you wear a 7 or you wear another number. But yeah, but I'm sure you have to negotiate. I don't know. You have to
Okay.
talk your way through.
Okay.
But you don't just choose. Like I want to wear number 10. Like
Yes.
the day you say I want to wear number 10, so they're going to give it to him. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't just work like that.
Well, you learn something new every day. I'm sure not all the ladies knew that, so it wasn't just me.
Why the ladies though? I'm sure some guys don't know this.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, no, because I was thinking it's my favorite number. If it's me, I'm a footballer. I'll put 2 with, and I won't even put latte. I'll put Drew. All right, guys. Sorry. Moving on to some tech news. Another app is doing another update. WhatsApp has rolled out several new features this past week, including the ability to mute people during group calls. I don't think that's new though. The sanity-saving feature seems helpful not just for muting people who forget to do it themselves, but also if you're in the same room as people who also are on the call and you don't want them to hear an echo of what they say. In addition to the new muting feature, WhatsApp now lets you message specific people while on a group call. Perhaps if you want to make a note to something during a meeting or crack a joke that might not fly with the whole group. WhatsApp is also rolling out a new banner that will alert you when someone new has joined a call after it has already started. Sometimes I feel like all of these apps are just in competition with each
Of
other.
course.
First it was Snapchat, then it was Instagram, then YouTube came out with something. Now WhatsApp is saying, me too, don't leave us out.
I mean, what WhatsApp is doing now looks like they got it from Zoom.
Zoom, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was Zoom's
Thing
idea.
from the beginning.
WhatsApp calls existed, but then Zoom did the whole, conference meeting and
Conference
stuff, and now
calls
WhatsApp are
and
like,
meetings, group
no.
calls.
You can do the same thing on WhatsApp, so you don't have to get
You
to
don't
Zoom.
need to go on Zoom. Hey,
Nice
technology, technology.
Zuckerberg.
Well, there
Nice
you
one.
go. That's it for our Coffee Daily for today. But remember, guys, in support of the End Human Trafficking campaign, we are urging you to report anything that you see or you suspect that is a little bit fishy. See something, say something. Remember, it is all in our hands. It is up to us to be our brothers and sisters' keeper. So if you do hear or see anything, please do call the free toll-free number. It's 0800 800 800 or 0800 900 900. Let's not stop until these traffickers are dead and gone. Amen. Yes, so right now, guys, we're about to catch up with some more entertainment news. And of course, we've got the amazing Afrogirl who's going to join us. Let's see what she's wearing today.
Hi, I am the Afrogirl and welcome to MX Breaks, where I give you all the updates in the world of entertainment and lifestyle in Ghana and across the world.
Just because I wear...
Just
because I wear dark blue on Mondays. Have you noticed? You know you haven't noticed.
I haven't noticed. Is there a reason why you wear dark blue on Mondays?
Like, blue is my favorite color and I like to start my week with it.
Like
So,
official.
yeah.
Okay.
Kind of
You know,
Well,
and Afrogirl is representing the dark blue.
She's really, yeah, sponsored by
Me.
Oh.
Like closets.
Herself.
Her
Yeah,
closet.
Afrogirl's Apro.
Who is sponsoring?
Afrogirl's Apparel. Make sure
Yes.
you guys follow Afrogirl's Apparel.
Oh, yeah, you have t-shirts too. I
Yes.
forgot.
Yes, now I'm sure she's going to start
I'm
adding
gonna give you a
dresses
t-shirt.
and
Are you
hair
gonna give me a t-shirt
accessories.
to wear?
Am I going to give you a t-shirt?
t-shirt to wear
Drew,
on the
won't you
show?
tell him something for me? Am I going to give him a
She
t-shirt?
will not
Do
give
you know people who want to pay me to wear their stuff? She wants to sell-
God
she
will
wants to
buy
sell-
one.
She wants to sell it.
Listen, she will keep selling. Me too, I had to buy. And then she's saying by force I must take a picture. I won't.
Hey, after she
I'll
has
be-
bought
I'll
it
use
with her
my
money,
money.
she'll take a picture and post it
I
for
will
you.
give you another one. Just buy the first one. The next one.
So if I buy the first one, you
So
give me
buy
another
one, get one free.
Exactly.
That's
For you two. Just you two.
Not for everybody.
No.
Disclaimer. Anyway, what's happening in the world of showbiz?
Okay, moving on to our very first story. Our reigning VGMA Artist of the Year, Kiddy, has had his song Touch It go platinum in India. He shared this on his social media platforms and expressed how grateful he was to everyone. So far, it seems Kiddy's Touch It is his most popular and successful song, especially after it was used for a number of social media challenges all over the world. Congratulations to him.
The guy with the golden hair.
Yeah.
Touch it and bend over. Hey, wow.
It's the women who have made it popular.
Well,
I mean, yeah, but
Because people, okay.
well,
interesting. Well, no, I mean, again, Kiddy, he's doing amazing. I saw that
Yeah.
now he's going on tour as well.
Yeah.
A European tour. They set all the dates. And it's not just the normal London, France, Germany. They're going to like Oslo and all these like deep places in Europe. So I'm actually really happy
and
that
every
their
time you
music
see
is
the
traveling.
videos, it's like people are actually vibing to the
Yeah.
songs. They know the songs, they know the lyrics, and then they are singing along.
So proud.
I feel like yeah, that's like one of the proudest moments you
Yes,
can.
I'm so proud of you.
That you are creating something in some corner
And
somewhere
then the world
in
is
Accra.
dancing
Yes.
to it.
Exactly.
It's
And
beautiful.
there
It's gone
you go.
platinum in India.
India.
That's crazy.
It hasn't
Yeah?
even gone platinum in Ghana. India. Whoa. Well done. I'm so
Well,
proud.
thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you.
We are sorry, please. We love you all. I love poppadoms.
Moving on to our second story, Black Sheriff is currently the first Ghanaian artist to reach the 100 million streams milestone on Boomplay after having had a phenomenal run since last year. With this feat, Black Sheriff joins Boomplay's Golden Club, a list of artists who have clocked and surpassed the 100 million streams milestone, including Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, Diamond, Platinums, Fireboy, DML, Joe Boy, Omale, and Rayvani. Congratulations.
And is Black Sheriff the first Ghanaian to get
Yeah,
there?
he's the first Ghanaian too.
You know how much I
He's
love
the
this guy?
100 million.
I really actually love this guy because I think it's because I've actually seen the journey. It's
But you
like
were following him before he was
before everybody knew
Oh,
about
nice.
Black Sheriff. It was like it's like a plant. I've been watering. No,
Hey.
no, I'm not gonna take the credit. I wasn't watering your seed, but I feel like I've
Yeah.
been there, and I'm just like wow. And you're looking like. if you can do it, me too.
Yeah.
My door is gonna open.
Yeah,
You know,
eventually.
it's all about perseverance, guys. Don't stop.
And
Wherever
he's
you
so
are.
young.
Exactly.
Now, see, when you see him, these pictures, it's like, oh, he looks like, yeah. But then when he removes the durag or the cap, and then you see his
and the
face,
sunglasses,
you can see that he's
just a young guy. Yes.
20s, right?
Early
He's
20s.
like
yeah.
20
He's
or
fine.
21.
Yes.
He's not
It's nice to
grown.
see young people. You know,
Exactly.
such success.
Thriving.
Yeah.
They're creating their own employment.
Those days you have to try when you're like 45 and then
you hit.
God opens the door.
No.
Now,
Guys, listen, guys. If anything, this is a great motivational
Yeah.
Monday. Keep going. Don't stop. You just need one door, one opportunity to
And
happen,
that's
and
it.
boom, you'll be out there.
you will kill it online when I say I did it.
I did it.
Big shot.
Hey.
Stop.
Moving on, over the weekend, Amake Ababrese took Ifeodo to school on social media after Ifea tweeted her opinion that our country gained independence too early. In her post, Ifea noted that blacks misuse power, hence it was too early to have gained independence in 1957. But Amma replied the tweet stating that Ifea's comment was out of total ignorance, and she went on to explain her point in a number of tweets. So, Ifeodo said, we gained our independence too early. Never give a black man power. He will just misuse it. And then Amma came to respond, this is totally ignorant. Then she went on, says, to suggest that colonial powers were somehow better and their reign should have lasted longer is such a setback mentality to me. It ignores the history of Western interference in post-colonial Africa and the many years of bad trade deals that continually benefits the West. Not forgetting that many African leaders like Nkrumah and Sankara were killed with reported Western assistance by their own people. That sent a very message early on that the notion of revolutionary black leaders would not last. This issue is much more complex and deep-rooted. Wow. Bad leaders is not justifications to equate colonialism as if it were some kind of idyllic situation for Africa. It reinforces centuries of negative depictions of Africa and black people as inadequate and somehow less able to manage their affairs. I doubt you would suggest slavery ended too early or African Americans misused their power. However, you suggest colonialism ended too early. By all means, call out bad leadership in Africa continually, hold them accountable at every opportunity, but miss me with the ignorance.
Yes.
Hey!
Thank you.
You see, this is how
what was needed. What?
See, you
don't just open your mouth and
don't use
say
insults,
anything.
so you don't use insults.
And you know when people are like, today she had time today.
Yes.
She had time today.
And oh, let me just state that the tweet, if you're not tweeted, has been deleted. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just do that?
Sorry.
Like, oh my goodness.
So it's been deleted. No, but I mean, I think Ifea has.
No, but she's learned.
She's always,
she's
always
quick to
posted
learn.
about like blacks and our history and all of that. If you follow her Snapchat, sometimes she dedicates a whole day to watching these old like historical stuff, like getting to know where you are coming from, our history, all of that. That we all most of the time we when we go to social studies, we are learning about Santoine, the bond of 1844, and those things. Like,
but it's good that you learn that because in the UK they don't teach us that. They only teach us about
history. So that was oh wow, that was cool.
She did really
cool.
good.
And I guess if you learned something, so you decide to take it. And I respect that about her.
Good. You don't just write anything.
Oh, I don't think she just wrote. I mean, I'm sure she was convinced that, and people have the same people have the same belief.
Yeah, that's
so you know.
Anyways.
Well, it's free speech. Remember, that's what Twitter is about. Free speech.
Anyways, moving on to our last story for today. Several actors and crew members from the upcoming Netflix series The Chosen One were involved in a fatal car crash in Mexico. 2 actors, Raimundo Garduno Cruz and Juan Francisco Gonzalez Aguilar, died in the accident, and 6 unnamed cast and crew members were injured. They were riding in a van on their way to an airport in Mexico when the van crashed and flipped over. Red Room, the company producing the series, has temporarily paused the production and stated that the 6 injured are in stable condition. edition. The Chosen One is based on the comic book series American Jesus by Mark Millar and Peter Gross. It follows a 12-year-old boy who learns that he's the returned Jesus Christ, destined to save humankind.
Well, it's very sad that these people have passed away. That's really terrible. I don't really watch The Chosen One. I watched The Chosen. I think you guys should watch The Chosen.
That's an amazing series.
That one is fantastic.
They have their own app,
it's
right?
superb. They have their own app. It's on YouTube. It is free. Please go and watch The Chosen.
And it's the story of Jesus.
And it is the real story of Jesus, not this one. Thank you.
I saw what you were doing. I saw this coming. But as an actor, it feels it's oh god.
It's quite heartbreaking, yes. And of course, with the money that they put into that production.
I'm wondering what they're going to do. So they're going to get new cast to replace.
That's
they're going to
the
start
thing.
all over.
That's my whole confusion.
They have to start all over, or what are they going to do? Well,
well. That's about it for MX Breaks with me, the Afrogirl. Don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms at @the_Afrogirl. And also there's MX Live at 3 p.m. today for more in-depth entertainment discussions.
All right.
Afrogirl, thank you very much. Looking nice, like I said. And we'll see you.
We'll see your picture on Instagram or TikTok.
You will.
Anyways, that's it, guys, for Coffee Daily. Next up, we are going to be doing Lifestyle Daily, our next segment, where we are discussing how to achieve financial stability, how to make it in this new economy. So make sure you don't go anywhere. Right now, we're going to go into some music. We've got a Father's Day song from Luther Vandross. Eesh, taking us back. We'll see you after this.
Back when I was a child, before life removed all the innocence, my father would lift me high and dance with my mother and me, and then spin me around till I fell asleep. Stairs he would carry me, and I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another chance, another walk, another dance with him, I'd play a song that would never, ever end. How I'd love, love, love to dance with my father again. Ooh. When I and my mother would disagree, to get my way I would run from her to him. He'd make me laugh just to comfort me, yeah, yeah. Then finally make me do just what my mama said. Later that night when I was asleep, he left $1 under my sheet. Never dreamed that he would be gone from me. If I could steal one final glance, one final step, one final dance with him, I'd play a song that would never, ever end. 'Cause I'd love, love, love to dance with my father again. Sometimes I'd listen outside the door, and I'd hear how my mother cried for him.
The hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first.
Slow down.
Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music.
Dance with My Father. What a beautiful song from Luther Vandross. And welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24 TV, home of fun, fearless and factual stuff. It's now time to jump straight into Lifestyle Daily. But one of the things I've always wished I could do was speak French very well, fluently. So I'm going to ask you, what is your level in the French language? The ability to communicate in the French language gives you an upper hand in your education, your career development, and travel experience. So come to Alliance Française. Now at Alliance, we help you develop an all-round language skill set that is reading, writing, and speaking in a multicultural and multinational environment. Now these are what we have for you. We have experienced and professional teachers. We have flexible time schedules. We have in-person, online, and hybrid classes. We also have French for teenagers and children aged 3 years and above. Register now. It's really simple. Just call this number 050-128-7814, 050-128-7814, or send them a WhatsApp message 050-128-7818, or you might as well just visit www.afaccra.org. Guys, French up your life today. It's now time for Lifestyle Daily, like I rightly said, and we are discussing achieving financial stability, especially for this economy. Yeah. Now, whether you like it or not, our financial security dictates dictates the quality of the life we want to live, and because of this, everyone wants to reach that point where they are confident and completely stress-free when it comes to money matters. When our finances are not in order, financial stress can trigger shame, anxiety, and frustration. It can feel like our entire lives are out of control. Today's conversation is going to help us figure that out, and let me tell you who we have joining us this morning. Not new to the AM Club, Elikem Kwesi Agbosu is a fan manager. Very educative conversations with him every time he's here. But I'd like to remind you that you're a major part of the show. Please send us your questions, your contributions to our WhatsApp number. It's 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511. Elikem, good morning.
Good morning, God.
How are you doing, my brother?
Fine, thank you. And
nice
you?
tie. Charlie, I will take the tie go. If you don't go left, give me a bag. I go where I'm tomorrow.
I go left, give you.
So, Charlie, first of all, is financial stability a possibility in this economy?
It is. It is. There are people who are able to achieve it. So yeah, it is.
So is there, what's the similarity or difference between financial stability and financial security?
Okay, so it's mainly about long-term versus short-term. Right?
Okay.
Stability is dealing with the short-term, making sure that you have enough income to cover your current bills, like all the bills that you have to pay for, if you have any debt, and still leave some money to save. Now, with financial security, you are thinking long-term, beyond just today's bills or this month's bills. You are asking yourself, are you do you have enough money to take care of your retirement when you can't work again for 20, 30 years? And you don't have to worry about whether you run out of money, whether costs go up, you will be in trouble or not, or if emergencies come, would you be in a good shape to weather those storms, you know? So that's really the long-term play with the financial security.
Interesting. So which one would you advise that anybody focuses on, stability or security? Because, Charlie, the Bible says that do not take thought of what you eat, what is it tomorrow,
Yes.
for the birds, blah, 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 you know. So why should I be so much bothered about being financially secured when I should focus on being stable, really, to manage my life for now?
Well, I guess the fact of life is it's hard. Life is hard, you know, prices are going up and you need to make sure that you're in a good position. You don't want to be caught unawares. You don't want to be caught surprised. So that's why you have to take this seriously. A lot of people would just go through life on a daily basis and not think about the long term. But more directly to your question, I think it's a step-by-step process. You know, you have to take care of today, but you also still have to think about tomorrow. If you look at the similarities, it's like financial stability is a subset of financial security.
Okay.
Especially when you look at a scenario where you are able to cater for all your expenses now and still save some. Now, as you are saving some, is for the long-term play to make sure that you can take care of yourself in future. So it all flows together. I don't think you should choose one over the other.
Speaking of saving, and I'm going to digress a bit, saving or investment, which one is more advisable?
Pardon me, usually when I talk about saving, I have the intention that it's investing, but it's a very good question you've asked. Savings, people will be thinking, I'll just leave the money in the savings account. Bad idea. Don't leave the money in the savings account. Get a fixed income mutual fund, a low-cost mutual fund that you can get your money out. If you deposit today and you want to withdraw, you can withdraw the same day or the next day so that you get higher returns, because savings accounts give what? 6% per annum or less. You know, and now Treasury bill is around 24+%.
That's cool.
So I wouldn't advise for a Treasury bill per se for savings, but you want a mutual fund that's probably yielding 15+%, 20+% that you can get in and out of easily.
Monthly?
No, per annum.
Because monthly, I'll call you right now. Like,
about, you know who.
Show me where to go right now.
Yes,
I don't care about SEC right now. Let me show you where it is. Anyways, Charlie, a dollar to the CD is now what, 7.7, I think?
Yeah, about 7.9, depending on where you're shopping.
Gracious goodness. And I know this question, it depends on the kind of lifestyle a person lives, but what will be the average for an average lifestyle for a corporate worker? What will be a good amount to say that I'm financially stable?
I wish I could throw a number out there, but it's not that simple. Because you could have two people working in the same company, same role, but one person lives closer than the other. One person has family who have bought them a house or not, right? So the best place to start is just take a pen and paper, start listing your expenses. List them out, your monthly expenses, and look at the number, and that's a good place to start. All right? And for a lot of people, sometimes actually they can just start with a proxy of what's my income. You know whether you're able to survive till the end of the month or not. That's a good, if you are earning 3,000 and you're always struggling, maybe 4,000 is a good place to start. Or you may want to cut back your expenses. So I think it's really about doing that self-assessment instead of just throwing a number out there.
It's very interesting because I was on Twitter last week and it was this famous person asking a certain question. She had tweeted and said, so the people who receive 300 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis salaries, how do they survive?
By grace.
I was expecting that. Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Because it has to be by grace. Because 500 Ghana cedis, how?
The transportation alone, right? The transportation alone. But I think what I've found is some of these people, what they do is to cut transportation, they try to find out which family, if they're only getting a job in a certain area, maybe you're in Accra and there's a job in Tema, they find out which family member can I go and stay with in Tema, cut down the transportation cost, you know, or they just settle for jobs in their immediate vicinity to cut down on the transportation. So, and I think those are some of the things that they do, but sometimes they're also left with some time to run errands and get certain tips every now and then, you know. So yeah.
It's interesting you say, because I was having a discussion with somebody yesterday and I was asking this question, that because, for instance, my job is at East Legon, we are in East Legon, and I live. I'm not going to disclose where I live, but you know, would it be advisable to get a place closer to this place, meaning that you're moving towards East Legon, Adringano, maybe a bit of Ashalebuche, maybe still a distance? Like, would you advise that? But the rent around this place is very high.
Yes.
If you want to be financially stable, is it a good step?
Yes, it is. It's all dependent. We work out the math, right? And what math will we look at? Okay, what are you currently paying in rent? Let's assume you are paying 500 cedis a month in rent, and I'm sure some people are rolling their eyes. Where is that?
Where are you paying 500 Ghana cedis? Yeah.
But I'm just assuming you are getting a very lucrative deal far away versus pay 1,200. All right, so that's a difference of 700 cedis. Ask yourself every month, how much are you going to save in fuel when you move?
Right.
And it's not just so fuel is actually nominal, like it's money that you can just say, okay, and then I'm shifting from here to there. Then another thing you look at is there are certain soft things that people don't think about. What is your proximity to work makes you get to work early. Like I came early and I saw you already here preparing, you know, for work, and it will make you a better employee, improve your chances of career growth. That's something that people don't think about. So you may have to sacrifice an extra 200, 300 cedis a month
in rent.
In rent. But the long-term play is in future you may be earning an extra 3,000 or so just because you showed up to work 20 minutes earlier to get a little more work done. You know, so I think it's a trade-off, but it's an investment. You know.
Interesting. Yeah. And I know you've explained financial security and financial stability, but when do I say that I'm financially unstable?
One, you have debtors chasing you all over the place. If at 4 a.m. people are banging on your door to pay their bills, that's a sign. Another sign is you are unable to see the month through. You can't get to the next payday without borrowing from somebody. You know, that's a problem. You also realize that apart from just not being able to get there, you have to always dip into your savings. Perhaps some people may have had some savings from a while back, but every time they're having to dip into their savings, that shows that you are not financially stable. And also, when emergencies always hit you, like some people are okay, they are just cruising all right, but they are just one emergency away from financial ruin. So if you don't have enough savings that can handle any shock, any huge medical bill, or if you are going to drive and you hit someone or something goes wrong.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So then it means that no matter what you save or invest, you must have some emergency fund somewhere. If you don't have an emergency fund, you are not financially stable.
No, you are not.
So now let's talk about achieving financial stability.
Okay.
You're going to share some practical tips with us. I know we've mentioned something like rent.
Yeah.
You know, of course, being wise with your rent. If what you can lose in transportation, you can gain in rent, or what you can lose in rent, you can gain in transportation. What other steps should we take in trying to be financially stable?
Okay. First thing is you always have to pay yourself first. At least 10% of your income. And I know for some people it sounds like 10%, they're already earning so little. Condition your mind that, you know what, today your boss came to work and it said, the economy is so bad, we have to do pay cuts. Just assume you are taking a 10% pay cut and save that for yourself for the future. That 10% can go towards your retirement, it can go towards your emergency fund, it can go to just building general wealth, right? But put that away. Then assess your expenses. Because sometimes people may just realize that it's just an extra drink they are buying every day, or something they could just walk a little further to a vendor with to buy lunch where they will spend less money, maybe 5 cedis less every day. If you are really tight on that, if you have a tight budget, that would make a difference, right? So assess your expenses. Then the next thing is debt. What kind of debt do you have? Ideally, people would say to be financially stable, you shouldn't have any debt. You should be debt-free. But I don't think it's practical.
Okay.
What if you want to get a mortgage? That's an important purchase.
But I don't owe anybody.
You don't owe anybody. But you see, loans or debts are a good way of building your own money. It's using other people's money. All right. So, for example, if you can get a good deal on a loan, maybe borrow at 20%, and you can build your house immediately, save yourself that rent, the extra rent, and then start building your equity, because every month you pay, you own more of the house.
Yes.
Every month you own more of the house, and it's forcing you to save. So you'd realize that 15 years down the line, you own a home, and assets may be worth 100,000 cedis, 200,000 cedis. But chances are, if you were supposed to have been saving that money consistently
to go and build, yeah.
You know, maybe you wouldn't have had the financial discipline to have an account with that kind of money in it. So you've built some wealth. Also, if you're even going to use it for business, you probably earn higher return on it, and you'd be better off for it. So let's take advantage of other people's money if they are giving it to us. Just that not
it's
for
not
consumer.
bad advice, is it?
No. It depends on, but it becomes a problem when what are you using it to buy? You're using it to buy to keep up with the latest iPhone. You're using it to buy the latest luxury bag. You're using it to buy things that are not important. But if it's for productive use or to save you a cost, it's good. Education, maybe a car because transportation is a big problem for you, a home or business. I think these are good uses of debt. Yeah. So you get debt free, and then also start treating your retirement, savings towards your retirement as important. So make sure that if you are employed, make sure that your employer is paying their SNITs and their tier 2. If you are self-employed or an entrepreneur, you can make voluntary contributions to SNIT. So do that. And these are ways that you are saving yourself money in terms of paying lower taxes and protecting your future. Those are very good places to start. Yeah.
Now, Alikem, the dollar is punching the cedi in the stomach every single day. Every time we wake up, the cedi is just losing to the dollar. Now, in these steps that you shared with us, what about moving to another country that perhaps maybe our neighbor to the west, Togo or Cote d'Ivoire? No, our neighbor to the west, is it Togo? I don't know which one is the west.
Yeah, Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire. So you know that Cote d'Ivoire is probably doing well. Would you consider, in trying to be financially stable, because that's what we're talking about, it's not about patriotism or anything, but being financially stable, you know that life in Cote d'Ivoire is perhaps better. Would you advise moving to a place like that and also starting out?
So I think that one it's a tricky decision you have to make. You know, if we were to take it from a purely economic point of view, the answer is yes. If you can do the math and see that you are going to make a better decision, make more money over there, then it's a good decision, right? But unfortunately, with human beings, it's not that simple. You know, you have to consider family and all that, because what if you move there, you can't relocate your whole family, but you have to keep flying back or traveling back 6 hours or even 8 hours every weekend to come and see your family. You know, if you can move everyone there, those are some of the considerations, fine, it will make sense. But it's a holistic thought, because sometimes people go for higher jobs. They'll say, okay, my net income has grown by 500 cedis, but they forget that the previous job was probably remote, so they didn't have to pay for transportation. Maybe they got free breakfast or free lunch. You know, some of these softer things that they are not thinking about that offset. So you need to think holistically about the choice.
So basically, you have to work it out yourself to see what works for you, what's best. Basically, you're spending less than your earning. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Now, a very interesting question just came to mind. How secure is financial security?
Never say never, right? Like, you can never be totally secure, but I think it's better to be half there than not there at all, right? What could go wrong? Let's say you've saved a lot, you've put enough money to make sure that you can go on retirement and not have to worry about any expense any time. But like you said, the dollar is taking the cedi to the cleaners, right? Costs go up. Now you have to reposition yourself. So it just goes to show that you can't be too sure, but at least prepare for something, because there are some people who are we are all going through tough times. Some people are getting hit very hard. Meanwhile, some people are just okay. They are just fine. Which one would you rather be? I think it's just take a few steps to make yourself better. Yeah.
Interesting. And my next question was going to be perhaps lifestyles that we have that is causing us to be financially unstable. And someone says this on our WhatsApp number, says, I like the financial expert talk, but he forgot to mention that taking loan to marry is another cause of financial instability. This is really killing people. What do you make of this?
It's very true. It's very true. And funny how a few weeks ago I was on another show with someone who is also a finance expert, and he said a mistake he made some years back was when he was getting married, he budgeted for gifts. So he took a loan. He was expecting some gifts. He only got 10% of what he was looking for. So a lot of people make that mistake.
Wait,
right?
He was expecting gifts from the guests.
From the guests, yes.
And that would have made up for The money he spent?
Yes.
Sorry, I had to laugh at that.
Yeah, but you know, with money, a lot of things are emotional. Some people have been dreaming about this day all their lives. So they don't really care about the cost. They just want to have that experience. It's something that we need to break out of. And as a society, we need to start accepting when someone says, you know what, we're not going to have a full-blown reception. It's just going to be a cocktail. Let's just be okay with that, you know. And so I strongly want to dissuade people from taking loans from things like a wedding. Make sure that you've saved enough money for your wedding and have the wedding that you can afford. Because guess what? After you say I do, you are going to be home. Do you have a roof over your head? Is your rent paid for the next 12, 24 months? Do you have enough money for food? Do you have enough money? If you have to have a child very soon, can you pay for all those bills? The wedding guests don't care. They don't care about that. It's you and your own problem. So you have to make sure that you have enough money saved aside beyond that.
So we want to stop certain things. We are not going to take loan to go and marry. Would you advise anybody to take loan to marry?
No.
Okay.
No.
So don't take loan to get married. Don't take loans to do things that will not yield profits.
Yeah.
What else shouldn't we do?
You shouldn't...
Should we be picking Uber when...
Yes. Don't be picking Uber when you can just take trotro or walk a little more.
There you go.
Yeah. Be careful of the brands that you purchase. You know, if you can go for a lower cost brand with still the same quality, you know, you should do that.
This is so funny. This is so funny for me.
Yeah.
So, I can't mention certain brands, but it's just something that I realized that I started doing, you know, and I didn't realize it until I started looking at my account. I was like, okay, you know, when you're making more, your taste changes and you start, you know, and it's not deliberate. You just realize that ideally you probably would have bought Nescafe, that small Nescafe, you know, in the container that we all use growing up. But now you're looking for some branded coffee, Brazilian roast, and you're asking yourself, you know. So that's a very good one. What will be your final words for us as we try to achieve financial stability, honestly, in this economy? So let me give you a practical example. Someone who is earning, say, 2,000 a month, you know, lives at La Paz and works at Adenta. What advice would you give such a person in trying to be financially stable?
Okay, I would say start now. The best time to start is now. And in fact, right now we have more motivation to start because I usually do my budgeting before the month ends. You don't want to have money in your pockets and then you start doing a budget. It's when you are hard up, when the economy is hard, then you are desperate trying to find solutions, right? So I think this is an opportunity for us to think of all the hardships that we are going to. Because if the economy was okay, was rosy, you would have too relaxed a plan. Start now, put numbers together, just start, the 10%. So this person should be looking to save 200 cedis in a fixed income mutual fund, in a low risk mutual fund. So 200, 250 every month.
Okay.
And make it automated. Every month they just deduct it and it goes on a specific day.
Tithe has not gone, no. You will not add a tithe.
There's the tithe too, right?
So tithe first and then 1,008 cedis, 200 to maybe a mutual fund, like you said, low risk mutual fund.
Yes, and that leaves you with 1,600. Make sure your bills are taken care of, and then the rest you can just chop, right? Just build that discipline and start thinking long term. Start thinking long term in terms of emergencies. An emergency fund is important. That one too you should also get. So if it means just putting 50 cedis away every month, that maybe just in a savings account, just money that you forget and you don't touch, until you build it to where maybe you have 3 months worth of your expenses in there. That's another thing you should do. You don't have to start immediately, but you don't have to have the bulk sum immediately, but just put it away a little. And most importantly, talk to somebody, all right? Talk to a financial expert, someone who is not trying to sell you a product, right? Because they would help you think through some of these things that you may not have thought about. And a lot of times there's some free coaching that are available, and I would recommend Money Convos. And if you're a woman, I have some friends who I do Money Convos with. Investment Friend on Instagram, where they are offering financial coaching to women to help you think through some of these things. And just having that other sounding board can make it more glaring. And especially at Money Convos, where we keep having these conversations. I can imagine when people tune into Lifestyle Daily, every morning you remind them of a way that they can improve their lives. But if they don't tune in, life just goes on as usual, but every day you make people's lives better. So let's just keep putting ourselves in those positions where we receive that kind of content, and it will help improve our psyche. We think finances are a lot about money, but really it boils down to our psychology. Yeah.
Reminds me of a quote that says that you haven't understood something enough until you get tired of hearing it. You know, so until you're tired of hearing it, you haven't had enough. So we'll definitely be listening and tuning into Money Convos and Investment Friend.
Yes, Investment Friend.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
And your personal Instagram?
It's Elikem or Eli7EM, or Facebook. You could also reach me on Facebook, just Elikem Agbusu. You'd find me there. Yeah.
Mr. Agbusu, thank you so much. Like I said, every day I'm educated and I'm inspired. I'm going to work on my finances. Thank you so much, bro. We just finished our conversation with Elikem Agbusu, who is a fund manager, and we discussed financial stability and how we can achieve it. If you just joined in, you have missed out. But go to our YouTube. It's going to be there at MX24GH. Meanwhile, Miss Drew is standing by with the next segment, Motivation Monday. Here is Celestine Donko's latest song, No One.
Like Jehovah, hallelujah.
Ice Adonis, the story of stepsisters whose rivalry turns to hatred when one sister is framed for murder. From the action-packed opening episode featuring a prison break followed by a dramatic fight at a wedding, the story twists and turns through 5 years as the wrong sister battles to win back the life and love stolen from her. Be ready for the suspense, the excitement, and the emotional roller coaster. An addictive tale of hatred, rivals, manipulation, and deceit, set in the glamorous world of the cosmetics industry. Ice Adonis premieres on MX24 this July. For sponsorship and inquiries, call 0243 024 552.
Sweet, but your love is sweeter. My hair, you pay for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female who suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you don't be my baby. What if I broke down my business? I'll show you go buy to.
And you know, I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, being called, yeah, bad things go from a side. I come aside.
No hands, still I can't believe. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversations, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Hello and good morning. Yes, you are still watching the AM Club. It is your girl, Ms. Drew, your hostess with the mostest. Make sure you go follow me on Instagram. If you are just tuning in, where have you been? We've had a great show so far. We've had our news. We've had a wonderful conversation with Godwin on how to maintain financial stability. And of course, we're moving on to our next segment. On a Monday, is the best way to start your Monday is with some motivation. And so it is Motivational Monday today, where we get you kick-started and ready for the week. We give you that motivation to hold on to, something to let you know that, listen, you too, you can do it and don't give up. So today, joining me in the studio, I have a very, very interesting man who's the Chief Executive Officer of the Bread Faculty located in Tema. His name is Mr. Joseph Parby. Now, after he received his first degree, he embarked on an entrepreneurial journey to operate a bakery. Not everybody would think of doing a bakery, but he decided to do that, and he gained his experience of transforming a small-sized household substance enterprise into something that is giving him a lot of profit today. He's currently a second-year MBA student of the University of Ghana, and ladies and gentlemen, I have him in the studio with me. Hello, Mr. Joseph.
Hello,
how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Nice. So thank you for joining us today. I like your shirt.
Thank you very much.
You came all the way from Tema?
Yes, please.
Listen, thank the Lord that there's no more traffic anymore, right?
Yes, please. There's no more traffic.
So, Mr. Joseph, tell us a little bit about you. Who is Joseph Parby?
Okay. I'm a business enthusiast who has been in the business setting for almost a decade. I'm currently the Chief Executive Officer of Bread Faculty, a business I started when I completed my first degree, and that is what I've been doing ever since I completed. After my service, you know, Ghana is characterized by a very high unemployment rate, so there was no job. So I thought of doing something for myself, and thankfully it paid off.
And I like that. So where did the idea come from? You said doing something for yourself and you decided to what, just do bread. Was that when you were in school, was that something that you always wanted to do?
No, that was not something I wanted to do. But then I realized that most people around me were graduates, but they were not doing any work. Not because they were not willing to work, but because there were no jobs available for them to do. So right after school, I thought of looking for a job as sort of selfish, because it will mean solving my own problem and not giving others the opportunity. So I thought it wise to start a business so that I'll provide a platform for others to also work. And I'm in the bakery industry because my mom was running it as a family sustenance business, something she was doing to support my dad to raise us and pay our fees. So I just decided to take over that business and make it mine. Yes, please.
So tell me a little bit about, let's go back in time to maybe your childhood. When you were growing up, what was it like? Was it easy? Were you like da-da-dee? Were you like, you know, you said your mum had to do the bread to support your dad. What was it like when you were growing up?
Okay, Brian, growing up wasn't that easy, and it wasn't too difficult too. My daddy came home on an early retirement. So my mom had to do something on the side to support him, okay? So, and I grew up in that typical urban setting where my upbringing was not only influenced by my parents, but by all other members of the community. It's that community where somebody can discipline you outside your home and you can't complain. And it has sort of shaped me and toughened me in life.
I see. So when you were young, what is it that you wanted to be when you grew up?
When I was young, when you asked me what I wanted to be, I'll tell you I wanted to be a pilot. That naive childhood sort of answers. But beginning to grow up, you would tend to filter what you really want to be.
Yeah.
So my decision to go into business started when I completed my first degree.
Yeah.
That's when I knew what I really wanted to be, the course I wanted to take in life.
Would you say that you faced any challenges whilst you were growing up?
Sure. I faced a lot of challenges when I took over the business because what I started with was just an oven and a few people who were doing business with my mom. So we didn't have a distribution van. We didn't have anything. The only thing was the oven. So when I took over, I decided that I have to increase our revenue. So I have to increase the customer base. So we started going out looking for more customers to increase the customer base. So we started with bicycles. I couldn't afford a car by then.
Oh, wow. So people were using bikes to deliver the bread?
They were using bikes to deliver the bread. I bought 2 bikes that we started with. We deliver the bread with bicycles. We come back to the bakery, load more, deliver with bicycles. And over time, we were able to raise money to buy a motorbike. That sort of supported it. And that was how it all began. Now we've been able to buy 3 vans, which is doing distribution for us. Yeah.
So what was your first ever job? Was the bread your first job?
Yeah, my first ever job.
Oh, wow.
My first ever job was
the bread. And that was when you were like a graduate, basically?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
How did that make you feel, knowing that, you know, you studied all of these years, and then, tell us what you studied, actually.
I studied marine science.
Imagine. So you studied marine science all of these years in school, and then your first job was in a bakery.
Yes. When you analyze critically, what we are looking for after school is not necessarily a job. It's an income we are looking for. Because if I should employ you and tell you I'll put you in the voluntary department, you are not going to work because you need that income. So I felt if this was going to give me money, why not? And it will also provide opportunities for others to exhibit their talents.
Yeah. So then tell me a little bit about how, you know, this business now, because you've been in the business for, you said, over a decade.
Almost a decade.
Almost a decade. So how has this shaped your life and your journey and even your perspective? Because, like you said, you studied all of these years. You went into just helping your mum. Now it's obviously a very big business. How has this shaped the way that you look on life?
It has made me more responsible, and it has made me very relentless. Unlike an employee working in the traditional corporate setting, you are responsible for making the business profitable. So it puts a lot of responsibility on me as a business person, and it has also toughened me. I don't easily take no for an answer. Because for you to win customers over, you'd have to keep on pressing. Customers will say, no, we have people we are doing business with, but you keep on pressing till they agree to do business with you. So it has made me a very relentless person.
I like that. So what was it that motivates you every single day? Because I'm sure there's times where maybe if you could change, if you could have life your way, maybe you wouldn't be in bread. You would be in something in marine, or are you happy that you've ended in this?
Yeah, I don't regret taking this decision at all because it's paying off. It's rewarding. And
so for you, it's more about the money than the job?
It's not all about the money. It's about giving others the opportunity
to work.
If I found a job, it means I am only satisfying my needs. But I created a business where others are also getting the opportunity to work. I have 12 employees currently. Where would these people be if I hadn't started the job? So it's not always about the money.
And so even like finding staff, like would you say that it's been easy getting people that are reliable or people to trust, or has that been difficult?
Yeah, that has been sort of difficult, finding the right people to work with. And I didn't have any previous experience as an employer. So getting the right people to work with was a bit difficult. There were times where you would entrust the business into someone's hands who thinks all the money that is coming belongs to you, and they tend to kind of take some of the money for themselves. So it's not easy getting people to work with. But so far, the team I'm working with is a great team.
That's great.
And I appreciate them so much.
So at times where, you know, life for everybody, the economy is becoming a little bit difficult. What are the things that keep you motivated to keep going? You know, when you wake up, instead of you deciding, do you know what, the cost of living is getting too high, the amount for bread or yeast is getting too much, let me just close the business. What is it that is motivating you and inspiring you every single day to keep going?
I will say I find fulfillment when I see people working in my industry, when I see people given the opportunity to work in my company. Anytime I see them, I feel excited. I feel I have solved the need of someone, and that is what motivates me all the time.
So then, what would you say is a bit of motivation that you would give to a young graduate? Like, take yourself back to when you were that graduate looking for a job, because like you said, the numbers and the figures for unemployment in Ghana is very wild right now. It's huge. And so there is a young graduate like yourself that is sitting here watching the show and they're listening to you. And what advice would you give them? Because they've maybe studied something for years. Now they're sitting at home. What would you tell them?
Just start with what you can at where you are. Start small and grow big. Don't wait to get everything perfect before you start, You should always choose process over starting big. Go through the process. Start. Once you believe you can do that, and just begin it. You wouldn't get all the information you need. You wouldn't get all the resources you need. But just begin from where you are. So the 5-letter word I'll give to them is start. Start from where you are.
Just start. Now, guys. Just
believe in yourself and start.
Oh, I like that. Believe in yourself. So would you say you have anybody that inspires you?
I'll say my mom is the biggest inspiration to me.
The
biggest source of inspiration. Because she keeps telling me I should be the best in what I do. She always tells me that, and that keeps me going. That keeps
Have
me
you ever
going.
felt like giving up and just throwing in the towel before?
Yes. Yes. During the
COVID?
not the COVID time, the power rationing period, doom so time. Yeah, times were very
You
hard.
had the bread business then?
Yes, please.
Oh, wow.
Times were very hard. You would have to produce at an extra cost because when you don't have light, you have to travel all the way to another community to have the bread produced.
Wow.
And when you do that, the bread doesn't come out so well.
Yeah.
So you are unable to sell it at that required market value. So we were making a lot of losses then, but then we kept on going.
Yeah.
And
What is it that kept you going and not saying, do you know what, let me start a whole new business that doesn't require power?
because I've burnt all the bridges behind me. This is what I was focused on doing. I didn't have any plan B. I said, I'm making this thing work, and this is what I wanted to do. So I'll say I focused. I was focused on making this business work.
I like that.
Yeah.
So I like that. What I'm getting from this is stay focused.
Stay focused.
Stay focused and
Stay
just
focused.
start.
Sure.
So any last words to anybody that's watching?
Okay. I'll say begin with what you have.
Yeah.
At where you are.
Begin with
with
what
what
you
you
have.
have.
Whatever
That's
it
where
is
you
that you have at
Yeah,
home,
sure.
whatever talent it is that you have, even if it's a small thing, pencils, brushes, clippers, start with that and try and focus on making it big.
Sure.
Have a dream, guys. Have a dream of where you would like to see yourself, and don't stop until you reach that dream. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Papi.
Thank
How
you
can
so
we
much,
follow
too.
you and maybe buy some of your breads?
Okay, we are located in Tema Community 7, opposite GTP, and you can follow us on all the social media handles, Bread Faculty GH on Facebook and on Instagram. So go and follow us and be a customer.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very, very inspiring story. Now renowned business owner, owning bread, serving bread in the Tema community, and started as a graduate with so many degrees, but literally ventured off from something that he didn't even study and is now continuing on because of his focus. If you learn anything from that or from the show, it is to stay focused, guys. Thank you so much, Mr. Parby. Guys, that is it for Motivational Monday. We're about to go into the plug, but let's check out this song. We'll see you after this.
na pasi ponanga pona salela mosala na yo na boyi na to satelo kola Jonas olobi na se tuve na mono kwa mbizi ayona ena tindana yo pona to sa yo asalela yo na yo mobimba nanga na tiki na mbote ayona papa asalila yo bamonanga momimba inana mare bayalesa ngawa yo na boyi nyonso.
Ice Adonis, the story of stepsisters whose rivalry turns to hatred when one sister is framed for murder. From the action-packed opening episode featuring a prison break followed by a dramatic fight at a wedding, the story twists and turns through 5 years as the wrong sister battles to win back the life and love stolen from her. Be ready for the suspense, the excitement, and the emotional roller coaster. An addictive tale of hatred, rivals, manipulation, and deceit, set in the glamorous world of the cosmetics industry. Ice Adonis premieres on MX24 this July. For sponsorship and inquiries, call 0243 024 552.
Dreaming of a property for your home or workspace is one thing, but finding the property at the best locations with the most favorable condition and closing that deal is another. And that's why we are here. From Accra, Ghana, to Lagos, Nigeria, to Cape Town, South Africa, we are bringing you prime properties, affordable home solutions, and intriguing interviews with CEOs of various real estate companies and everything in between and on. My name is Kwesi Otten Desmond, and this is Property Take. Property Take, your gateway to Africa's real estate market. Showing this and every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. on MX24.
Sweet, but your love is sweeter. My hair, you pay for my hair. I know fit to reset. The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow. I feel like you don't be my baby. What if I broke now my business? I shall know you go buy to.
And you know, I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, bank or yeah, bad things go from a side. I come inside. No hands, still I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Okrasini waburonina Yeradia system yamidi wadasie Atyo binye bita Oyedi senidie monya Okrasini waburonina Yeradia system yamidi wadasie Atyo binye bita Oyedi senidie monya mi na mi nie. Eti oni bia mi na mi nie. Ekrofo pengro no na mi fro. Hey. Yenera dia fresh akasi abomidia. Baby amekobi anadi metisa. Amami waye wo. Yeradi be ye bribio. Oya sonyi na beti biwati. Atamfu ubechiri wama. Ube ye uhu. Na wewe che umanfu mwedi adansi yase. Afedi eshirane buswe. Michirei, ebuswei, 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 ebuswei. Adafu menyanko pasa presimo. Oyewe numina. Disheni dieni monyao. Bribi nyenya metino. Bribi sunyamiyo. And no now I say me dear moya. Bibi sao. Why crown no ya mo brown ya no see me. Yes yeah. Why crown no nem koya na wa see me. Wa brabo. You feel me to so best for me. Me won't send you my sound. I feel it in Adani, Yamati Senian at Yanopian. Where are the for front? I fade and we are. Oh, Adonai, what's to me at the end? Yediseni die nunya yatu adona adoya otumi adenyi na ye adio binye bita na wo yediseni die nunya yatu adona otumi adenyi na ye adio binye bita. Yet is sent dear Moya Abrabomo Chirisaya dear Missy Radisa and Parimio and Parimio Sana Sani Mechi Abrabomo Chirisaya dear Missy Radisa and Parimio. Uchidia, Katsura won't say, Empire me, Seven Simon, Katsura won't say, Empire me, Seven Simon.
Thank you so much. Wow, that particular song reminds me so much of something in my life. But Ma, my goodness, I went straight to Ma. Welcome to the AM Club.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you. My goodness, I was just telling her of her that she looks so beautiful.
Beautiful.
I mean, and we've been listening to your songs since. So it's good to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, let me quickly ask, how long have you been? Like I said, I know I was listening to your song as a young boy, but how long have you been in the gospel music industry?
I'm in my 20 years.
Wow.
2022, yeah.
Wow. And where did this start for you? Was it in the church?
Yes, I've been through a church since my childhood. Free Brian woman said yana kanu de biano. Mr. Teminyon to free the Mofrasi from Sunday school. Yes, up till now at the Church of Pentecost.
Into one of has been your biggest support. I know be our so all through these years in your music and
yes,
career?
I will mention my mother, Mama Georgia J, because I used to back her. That's right.
Georgia J, do I remember? Yeah, I think so. But please go ahead, sorry.
And Reverend Sia Tony Asamoah Boateng. And also my husband, Mr. Enoch Esidu.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. So is it me? I want to be sure. Am I the one who hasn't heard from you for a while, or you've actually not been around in a while?
Maybe then you said the right word. It is you.
I'm the one who has not heard your song in a while.
Yes.
My goodness, but you have something new out, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Tell us about it.
I have a latest single. The title is Wayem Ye. God has made me good.
Amen.
I was nobody, but now I'm somebody. So God has made Wayem Ye. What kind of prophecy?
He's done me well. Wow.
God has done me well. Since 2002, I'm standing as a solo artist. I have been through a lot. And you might be brave in any part film. You're super. You're not pain. So this song, you know, rather the mame, some if I make kaini panum bebrea, or mwako how be mo pain. Somebody was telling me her story today, this morning. She said, na oni will be nete. Na nipa krono Christmas soin. Na wakotwe ni manyina ti said ya ye ne de bia no. Nti ono so hwa otime se akọ no nko a ya ntwe ne de ama ne bi because anya ne ba no no. Nti okohwe na minim se unim yomo semna. Wo se wo ntene kura se da.
Yomo semna de.
Yomo semna, that's those days. Eno na omo ye hiafo no omo ni bi no.
Around one.
Round white one be. Na no de ye oti ahwe ya oti betu. Nti wo se wo de yomo semna no kotwe ni ti na oh yes, ma many who say one also watching it dear then she ras or wash it nitino. She said a hen ha. Me so I said to tin watch it tin so my own friends so ni be cry and we with tin. Then she started running of baby because and no the one check and was all the year man now. By the time we nya so okoto obi nya so washing it no. Was so ni tin na to say ne kura no. Na to ne kura no. Enkofo a ye ne omotena. Enema a omodi bi no FM. But so when they shared their testimony now, where they are now, to God be the glory. Things are not the same anymore. Yes.
Sure. We'll play the song and then come back.
Sure.
This video is like it's like I'm watching a Netflix movie.
Very good quality.
Really good. Yeah. Wow. Who shot this video?
Skyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
And by the grace of God, this video has been a talk of the town. Not even Ghana. Yes.
Nice, good. That is
what inspired the video?
This video is telling about the story that I just
narrated to
That's right.
To us.
Yes. It's like na me will be net. I was staying with somebody. Now when they finish eating, you know, na Mrs. Medina me do na bianca medi. But because of say me drew standard ho. Nti omo wie ye no omo kono na me kope omo sorry ja ho ko ye no na me kope kakredi. Ena ya anum foi. Say me ka ya anum fo atiase. Something went somewhere. Then me broke in na de bi esi wo the pot bi. So when I'm soma ye tu me kura free. Baby ana mete no na ye tu me free ho so no. Ye to me niam free soro ebe go from na me pack ya me kono. Na nsuo so to. I don't even know where I'm going. Because that time no me ni obia. But at the end, you know, the Lord of mercy show me mercy.
Indeed.
Amen.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. Wow. Ms. Jo?
Yes, so finally, I mean, as a country, right now we are trying to, I guess, bring in the Christianity, and we're doing a lot. And the government is also helping us as well with building a whole new national cathedral.
Yes.
And so what are your thoughts on that, you know, spreading the word, I think?
Yes. My thought of this one is, in fact, say you sit down, me ready there. My name pe. Obia per se. You be see bia. I hope you understand. You don't worry. People who are watching, they do. You see a ready fee, you know. When they are built, as we are building the church, the cathedral for God. I know, sir, it's a good cause, but what I'm praying for is, that is the most important thing.
And your mind is sick. Kwame baby
free baby mra na entimi mfa kwantene ne no so yentimi mpeja cathedral ne fancy. I think it's a good thing to do. Yeah.
Man, video you ebenya no efa.
This video is on YouTube now.
Okay.
Yes. And they are streaming it in every social platform. That's right, platform.
Okay.
Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, Boom Play. I want them to stream this song.
Yes.
And I'm sure that people are saying I've summarized their story.
Yeah.
Yes, I know as you are watching me, it's your story that I'm talking about. So I know definitely you go for this song.
PSC, are you on social media?
Yes, I do. As a PSC Esther on YouTube, PSC Esther on Instagram, PSC Esther on Facebook, PSC Esther Ministry, Facebook, and now TikTok. I am a TikTok lady here. So TikTok official. And as a PSC Esther official, I will TikTok.
Amazing.
I want them to duet with me on this one.
Nice.
People are doing marvelously. What they are doing is it baffles me. God bless them so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. So we can tell you're very passionate about it. Thank you so much, PSC Esther, for that. And we also like to say a big thank you to everybody who's been a part of the show. Thank you so much. All our guests, we're grateful. My name is Godwin Nambo, at Godwin Nambo on all social media platforms.
Yes, and my name is Ms. Drew, so please do be sure to follow me on Instagram. Mwah.